नाम्ना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः। पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम्। लोके सज्जनषट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममदं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथारम्बोधनाबोधितं। लोके सत्यन्षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ त्रयोदशाध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। So Krishna up to verse number 27 has unfolded the sadhana required for knowing Atma. The problem is that of ignorance. Solution for the problem of ignorance is knowledge. And Krishna says, the teacher says, what is the sadhana for getting knowledge? He had taken us through Karma Yoga, which will give you Chitta Shuddhi, Upasana Yoga, which will give you Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata, Shravana, which will do what is called Ajnana Nivritti, Manana, which will do Samshaya Nivritti, Nididhyasanam will give you Atma Nishtha, establishing, abiding in the knowledge. So these are the fivefold results of sadhana. Now in this verse, sadhana phalam he has given you, jnana yogyata prapti. Now in verse number 28 onwards, teacher is giving you what is the jnana phalam. See, remember, we have what is called Shadlinga. Shadlinga means 6 important features of a scripture. And one of the important feature is called Prayojanam. What is the benefit out of it? What is the point in you attending Vedanta Gita every Monday without fail? All of you are so committed, you don't miss a single session, you attend. What is the Prayojanam? The Prayojanam, the scripture tells you, and you should be able to, yes, I agree, this is my prayojanam, this is what I have got. So Krishna tries in the next two verses, 28 and 29, which we shall see today. What are the benefits? Jnana phalam. Okay. Let's first read verse number 28. So I will read verse number 27 first. Yeah. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu. Tishtantam parameshwaram. Tishtantam parameshwaram. Once more. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu. Tishtantam parameshwaram. Vinashyatsva vinashyantam. Vinashyasva vinashyantam. Yah pashyati sa pashyati. Yah pashyati sa pashyati. Once more. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu. Tishtantam parameshwaram. Vinashyatsva vinashyantam. Yah pashyati sa pashyati. Once more. Samam Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashyatsva vinashyantam yah pashyati sa pashyati. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. Let's first look at this line. Samam tishtati. Ishvara is seated equally in all beings. Okay? In all beings, Ishvara is there. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. So Parameshwara is seated equally in all the objects. Samam tishtanti. यहाँ भी ईश्वर है, वहाँ भी ईश्वर है. Ishwar in every place. Okay? And people will say, Ishvara is in every place, Ishvara is in every place, Ishvara is in every place. Suppose there is somebody you don't like. How can you see Ishvara there? There are so many people you don't like. In fact, as you grow older, there are more people you dislike than you like. Okay? How can you relate to this? What is the phalam? Okay, you are, say these days, it's all this, suddenly you get an SMS. Press this link. You press that link and 2.5 lakh rupees went away. You like that fellow. It's a Parameshwaram Tishtati. So this has to be understood a little carefully. Okay, let's understand it with a couple of examples. Then start relating to it. Without relating to it, there's no point. You can read and go home and it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make an iota of difference to it. You go to a gold shop. You are looking at various items of jewelry. Various items of jewelry you are looking at. Now read this verse. Now read this verse. What does it say? Read this verse. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. Relate this verse there in a gold shop. Every item of jewelry you see, what is it made of? Gold. So samam tishtati. In all created beings in this Srishti, what are the types of created beings we saw in the previous verse? Jangamam, Stavaram. Moving, non-moving. In all types of things, in all types of objects that Ishvara has created, I am there. And how is it created? It is by a combination of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. It is a combination of Kshetra and Kshetrajna that the entire Srishti has come about. And in what you see, Sarva Bhuteshu, in everything, that Bhuta means that which is created. Okay, not ghost. Everything which has come out of Panchabhutas is called Bhuta. In all these Bhutas, Parameshwaram Samam Tishtati. So in all gold ornaments that you see, gold is Samam Tishtati. What do you value? Gold. What do you buy? Gold. You check the weight of what? Gold. Then what do you pay for? Gold. Your relationship is with gold at the absolute level. At, at the functional level, your relationship is with the objects. Just because gold samam tishtati parameshwaram, gold is everywhere equal, will you wear an anklet in your ear? Huh? Will you wear a necklace as an anklet? Oh, these days the people wear bangles, the size of bangles. I have earrings the size of bangles, through which in a circus something can jump through. That's a different thing. So, gold being equally present, your relationship with the object is based on name, form, function. So that there is one absolute reality, that is gold. There is an empirical reality, that is the name, form, function. You have to understand it like this. Name, form, function. That means, say, now can now take that one more example. All the pots in the world, clay pots. Here what do? Sarva bhuteshu parameshwaram samam tishtati. All the pots in the world are made of clay. Clay is absolute reality. Pots are empirical reality. Clay is satya vastu. Pots are mithya. Mithya means that which does not have an independent existence of its own apart from what is its content. There is no pot minus clay. There is no jewelry minus gold. There is no you and me minus Ishvara. Ishvara is Satya Vastu. You and I are Mithya. We have to explore it, and just don't mouth it like that without understanding. Your Shravanam should give you Ajnana Nivritti. Your Ajnana should go. Should totally go. Okay? So we see a lot of things around us. People, then things, objects, all these things you see. These are made up of two things, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. We saw in the previous verse. What is Kshetra? Prakriti, material cause. What is Kshetrajna? Intelligent cause. So, intelligent cause is samam tishtati. Material cause is differently tishtati. That's what you have to understand. Material cause is not same everywhere. See, gold being same, the forms are different, have to be different. In the same way, Satvastu being same in all of us, name, form, function differs in case to case, in point to point it differs. Okay. What is the same? Parameshwara, Chaitanya Vastu is the same. So Parameshwara here doesn't mean Eka Rupa Ishvara. It doesn't mean Aneka Rupa Ishvara. It means Arupa Ishvara. Ishvara in the form of content. You have to learn to relate it a little more closely. Okay. So you're looking at the Srishti. When you say Srishti, the world around us. Okay. And that's when you will be able to relate to the Vedic vision. Only then you will be able to relate to the Vedic vision. In you and let's first take you and me as an example. Body, mind, sense complex. In my body, and in the body of my family members, my spouse, my children, my friends, all of you. Ishvara says, in all these bhutas, Parameshwaram samam tishtati. He is available in all these bodies. In what form? As a form of, the form of Chaitanyam, awareness. I am is an awareness. I am so and so is object, Prakriti. I am is Chaitanyam. Aham Chaitanyam. Aham Asmi Chaitanyam. Thereafter you have a biodata, resume. So in a resume, what do you write? All that is not you is your resume. What are you? Aham. This aham tishtati samam in each one of us. Each one is Chaitanyam. So I am, Krishna says, the teaching says, consciousness is common to all of us. Samam tishyati. Not only in our BMS complex, what you see is form, name, function. But what is not seen is what is called Satya Vastu. In the presence of the Satya Vastu, this scene, the scene, name, form, function gets activated. In the it is in the present, by mere presence, by reflection of the Satya Vastu in this complex, this is as though activated. And when the reflection is not there, what happens? It is called death. If this BMS cannot reflect Atma Tattvam, if it cannot reflect consciousness, this is called dead. As long as it is able to reflect, it is called alive. This awareness is reflected in our system, in everyone's system. Not only in every human being system, in every stavara system. You see worms, you see various jantus. In all of them, Parameshwaram awareness, consciousness is reflected. You see trees, consciousness is reflected. In everything, consciousness is reflected. This is a item which has been made. Okay. It exists. Satyam is reflected. It exists. This form, name, form, function exists. And there is buddhi behind this. Okay. And buddhi rests on conscious being, conscious vastu, asatya vastu. Asatyam, the existence is common to everyone. It is there. Then what is the difference? The prakriti is different. This is different from this. Value is different because prakriti is different. Function is the same. Value is different. So this is made of one material, this is made of another material. The same way, gold. What you wear here, lower gram. What you wear a crown, value is different. So yeah, so samam tishtati. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. Okay, now comes a very, very, very subtle step. Vinashyatsu. It is vinashyantam. Okay, vinasyatsva vinashyantam. That's a word. So vinashyatsu vinashyantam ya pashyati sa pashyati. It's not very difficult to understand. Vinashyatsu. This is perishable. So in the perishable, In this perishable vastu, peri, I see how English dominates. I was about to say perishyatsu. Vinashyatsu avinashyantam yaha pashyati saha pashyati. In this perishable complex, are you able to discern the imperishable? Vinashyasu avinashyat avinashyantam. Are you able to? This is where knowledge comes in. In this BMS, there is a perishable. In fact, whatever you see is perishable. Whatever you see, yad drishyam tat nashwaram. Whatever you are able to see is perishable. Your form, your shape, your size, everything is perishable. The Sharira has a Shadvikara, Asti, occupies space. Jayate, it is born. Asti, Jayate, Vardate, it grows. Viparinamate, it changes, modifies. Vinashyati, it decays. Okay, sorry, apakshiyate, it decays. Vinashyati, it is gone. So, vinashyatsu, in this change, are you able to discern the non-changing? Whatever you see around us is undergoing change. Even as I am speaking, it is changing. If you are able to see the changeless in the changing platform, sa yah pashyati, sa pashyati. One who is able to see this, he alone sees. What a beautiful statement. Huh? There's a sunrise happening, sunset happening. You know the sun neither rises nor sets. So one who has this vision truly enjoys the seen phenomena and the insightfully seen phenomena. You're able to appreciate Maya. You go all the way to where? Ram? Japan to see the sunrise. You're able to appreciate the seen phenomena. Right behind that, you're able to appreciate even the unseen reality. Seen phenomena, unseen reality. In this changing phenomena, can you see the changeless? If your relationship is with the changeless, you have Atma Abhimana. If your relationship is with the changing, you have Anatma Abhimana. If you have Atma Abhimana, what happens? You are free from Shoka, Dukkha, Bhaya. Because your focus is on Atma. Nobody can take the form away from it. Somebody can take the form away from you. You have gold jewelry. Okay. Watch what you bought hundreds of years ago. You say, now I will melt it and keep it as a bar. You are not worried about the loss of form because gold is intact. In fact, they can't take the form away from you at all. Sa ya pashyati, sa pashyati. One who sees the value of gold does not remain attached to the form because it looks good. Some people at some point of time, old fashioned, it used to look good. Now it no longer looks good. So many things have changed. They must have bought you a ring when you were young. Now the ring doesn't even fit into your little finger. You throw it away. Same. Because the gold is valuable. So in this changing platform, in what are the scene changes, can you see the changeless? Can you discern the changeless? What is the changeless in you? Atma. And what is that Atma? How do you relate to that Atma? I, the knower. You have to learn to do. This is called nididhyasana. That's how the knowledge become yours. I, the knower. What do you know? I was young some time back, long time back. And how was I looking then? Perhaps smarter. Some people say, no, I become smarter as you become old. That's all okay. Perhaps smarter. Perhaps the skin was all tight, hair was all black. Okay, movements were brisk. Over a period of time, movements have become slow. And then maybe your memory is not as good as it used to be. Color of the hair has changed. Eyesight has changed. So many things have changed. Who is aware of these changes? The knower. The knower is aware of these changes. And the moment you are able to objectify these changes, you are able to see these, you are able to discern. Should be able to discern that these are changes which the knower is aware of. And nididhyasana comes. I am the Satyavastu, the changeless knower. In my presence, the changing Srishti takes place. Yeah. Is it happen? Does it happen only to you? Am I the only person changing and nobody else is changing? Everybody changes. Everyone around you changes. Some change a little slowly, some change a little fast. That's happened after we meet, in your old school. They say you have not changed one bit. Don't believe them, okay? They just say it for keeping you happy. Let's say you look so young. What do they imply? That means you are no longer. What do they imply? You are no longer that young. You look beautiful. That means you are no longer beautiful. But I'm not going into the analysis of that. It means changes take place, and changes take place. The knower is aware of the changes. The changes take place in the knower's awareness. So what? So what? ठीक है यार, समझ में आ गया. So what? How are you free from dukkha, shoka, and bhaya? This requires a lot of assimilation. The changing platform will have to undergo change. That's a reality. The finite platform has to undergo. There is a birth, there is a peak, it has to end. Are you aware of that reality? When it comes to others, you are aware, you are able to advise others also. ऐसा होता है, just resolve. You have to come to terms with reality. One has, always, everybody is good in advice. See, when there was a time when I could go about 2-3 floors without help. I used to climb stairs and go up. So when I was telling somebody these days, I find it difficult even to climb 2 steps. That was that fellow, waxes eloquent. He says, oh, Mohanji, you have to come to terms with all this. This is all a reality. Nobody is as stable as that. And then I don't see him for the next few weeks. And what happened? My knees are giving me trouble. What happened? No, I'm not able to stretch. I'm not able to bend. So, what has happened to the advice that came to me? That's a problem. We know all this reality. But when it comes to me, I am not able to accept the reality. So that's why it says, Yaha Pashyati Sa Pashyati. One who is able to see this reality and one who is able to relate to this reality, he alone sees. And when you see things properly, when your vision is proper, what happens? You are free from sukha, dukkha, bhaya. Let's go a little more, a little deeper. We are all chapter 13 students, so we should be able to go. Then you see something outside. When you see something outside, an object. It is called a padartha, an object. When you develop a like for it and it occupies your mind, it occupies your mind. Then what happens? The padartha has become a vishaya. As long as it is a padartha, it cannot disturb you. Okay, you're driving down somewhere and you see a Rolls Royce showroom. The padartha, do you want to buy that? Even that fellow gives you for free, you don't want to buy. You say, "नहीं नहीं यार यही रखो." If possible, give me a free ride once in a while. That's what an intelligent man will say. When I want, I'll call you, give me a free ride. The padartha. Now, if you bring it home, what happens? Parking space, somebody will scratch it. Small repair costs you a lakh of rupees. So it has started running your life. The padartha has become a vishaya. Somebody got it cheaper. Somebody got somebody got a more improved version. And the Rolls Royce, there's one emblem on the front. It is called the spirit of ecstasy. Your spirit of ecstasy falls away. The car's spirit of ecstasy has fallen away. You think your spirit is gone. So when the padartha becomes a vishaya, it runs your life. It occupies your mind space. And it becomes your problem. Raga dvesha runs your life. But as long as it remains a padartha, an object, an external object, perhaps with which you have a relationship, you will protect it. But if your emotional well-being is going to attach to that object, you are ridden by anxiety, fear. But if your able relationship with that object is proper, if you are able to look at it objectively, what happens? You become dispassionate. You are able to see the reality. You are dispassionate. You are objective. There is inner leisure available, mind space available to do what is required to be done with this object. Okay, there is mind space available. And when you are able to see an object as an object, keep it external. If the external objects remain external, you are free. If the external object becomes internal, you have a problem. A speck of dust which is supposed to remain outside get into your eyes. What happens? Some speck, some fragrance outside which is supposed to remain outside enters your fragrant, your olfactory nerves. What happens? Rest of the day you sneeze. What doesn't belong here, the system will throw out. What doesn't belong here, the system will throw out. External objects do not belong here. If one has the discernment to keep external objects external, you are free from fear, free from anxiety, regret, hurt. Even come a little closer. In our life, in all our personal life, many of us have not reached where we want to reach. Many of us. Many have reached where they want to reach, but the people who wanted to be with them, the people who want to be with you, they have not come. You have reached, others have not reached. You would like them to be with you. Okay? Some people have neither reached, and you find others have reached. So each of these creates a certain feeling of inadequacy inside. You ask a person, have you achieved everything in life? I've never heard a fellow says, oh yes. If he says, ask him again. If he says yes, ask him again. Then the tone will change. Yes. Ask him again. Yes, but. Have you reached? I would have reached if I had support of my parents never supported me. My so and so never encouraged me. Hey, why do you lack assertiveness in your life? Nobody encouraged me. Nobody gave me up. There's a big problem everywhere, all over the world, and India in particular. Nobody gave me opportunity to study Sanskrit. Should somebody call and give you, say Sanskrit pado? If you took the initiative and somebody stopped you, then you can say. A school in India, a lot of people say, we were not allowed to study Sanskrit. I want to ask them, hey Kabir, did you ever try to study? Did you try to study? You never attempted. You wanted to go to the school, a Sanskrit school, and there they said enter with permission. You said they have not allowed me. Kabir Das, as a young boy, used to be fascinated by all these Brahmin boys going into the Gurukula. He used to stand outside and keep watching. Okay? And then there was another person, a priest, who said, Kya dekh rahe ho? What do you see? He said, I am fascinated by all these Brahmin boys going inside. Those small, single dhoti, tuft, single thread across, all of them going inside. Guru, I don't remember, some Ram, somebody. And he used to go to that. And then he used to be fascinated. And then one fellow said, Arey, you will never be able to go, even your dead body chodo, your even shadow will not be allowed. You are a low born. You are a low born and you are a foundling. You are found on the banks of a river. You won't be admitted. Then one other person, a little more kinder person, told him, if you are able to chant your Guru mantra, okay, daily, then you will be able to go. He said, how will I get Guru mantra? He said, Guru will have to give you. How will he give? He said, you touch Guru's feet and Guru will give you. So he observed the pattern of the Guru of that ashram. He used to go early morning, before sunrise, he used to go to Ganga and have a bath and come. So as he was coming, he observed and he was lying on the path. And Guru accidentally stepped on him. He said, Ram, Ram. He took it as a Taraka mantra. He said, my Guru has given me a mantra, Ram, Ram. Then he kept saying Ram, 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 Ram. They say he said it 1 crore times. And that Guru called him and said, Ajao, what's your name? He said, my name is so and so. They called me Kabir. I am from. He said, come to my ashram. What do you want? He said, I want to learn. You come, I will teach you. He was accepted. So all these bunkum, people did not allow me to study. They did not allow me to join you. All this is just trying to give excuses. If you want and if you take the initiative, you can. Many of us have not reached quite simply because we have not taken the initiative or you are not interested. Okay. So what the teaching says is, as you have not reached, in spite of the best of efforts. Then what does it say? I have not reached. The role script is like that. The script of the role is, the role has a script. The script says, this character has to struggle but will not get the results he wants. That's how the story is written. There's a very beautiful line in a Hindi song, Tera vajood sirf dastan ke liye hai. Your presence is for the sake of the story. You may be a brilliant Oscar award winning actor, but I as a director have given you a role. You will stand next to the king and keep fanning him for the rest of the day. That's your role. So if you are able to see the role as something playing out in the changing platform, and you as a changeless role player, what are you? Free from inner resentment. Free from inside struggling, nobody recognizes. There's a big problem. Nobody recognizes me. Nobody appreciates me. As you grow older, there's a problem. Nobody talks to you. Nobody talks to me. Why? Why doesn't anybody talk? Because you have no material other than resentfulness. Those days, we used to respect our parents. Nowadays, nobody respects me. You only complain. Suppose the narrative was changed. Somebody says, how are you? Wish you well. Somebody says, this is happening for me. Happy for you. God bless you. May Ishvara always be with you. You don't have to really issue anything at all. Just smile, wish you well, have a nice day. Do you think? Do you think you will lose anything by saying all this? If you are able to see the changeless in the changing, you will be able to see the world move across. You don't have to really a part of every scene. You don't have to be a part of every scene. Even sitting aside, those who stand and wait also serve. You can be a part of the whole thing. So yaha pashyati sa pashyati. If you are able to see the srishti, if you are able to see the changeless in the srishti, if you are able to see the changing in the srishti, and if you are able to fit in yourself, you are a person with a vision. A person with a vision is called a rishi. So it is not talking for anybody else. It's talking for you or me in our personal lives. If you stand outside and see, then the world limits you. If you are able to fit in and the part of the whole cosmic thing, see the changeless, see the changing. In the changing, do what is required to be done. In the changing, there are certain choiceless situations. Can you face the choiceless situations without getting ruffled and rattled? Sapashyati. Challenges, changing situations are a reality. It is not that you alone face. They are reality. Can you face the challenging situations? Yes. Cost effort. Do you have the readiness to face the challenging situation? Some people say, no, I have no challenges in life. Are you ready? Ready means you don't have to live in some kind of fear. There is some challenging situation. If it comes, I will handle it. How? Ishwar Anugraha. So this is what the teacher means in this verse number 28. Let's see the next one. So read this verse once more. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashyatsu vinashyantam sapashyati sapashyati vinashyatsu avinishyantam yapashyati sapashyati. If you are able to see the changeless in the changing, okay, you are watching a movie, all the changing scenes, towering inferno is firing. Is the screen on fire? Okay, so sapashyati. Now look at the next one, verse number 28. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra, samam pashyan hi sarvatra, savista samavasthitamishwaram, samavasthitamishwaram, nahinas nahinasthyatmanatmanam, nahinasthyatmanatmanam, tato yanti param gatim. Tato yanti param gatim. So once more, I'll read it for you slowly so that you can pick up this book and read. Okay, it's very available. This book is more than 60 years old. I bought it for 25 paisa and preserved it. Look at the size of the print, and it's so big, so it's bold. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra samavasthitamishwaram nahi nastyatmanatyatmam atmanam tato yati param gatim. Okay. I see equal. I see Ishvara everywhere. That is my vision. That is my absolute vision. But I have to learn to relate to the changing. Our Swamiji used to give a beautiful example. You are in a satsanga. 100 people or more are attending. There are 100 people attending or more, 500 people are attending. So you see Ishvara everywhere. The class is over. Can you wear anybody's chappal and go away? Because it's all Ishvara, no? You have to look for Ishvara. Hey, you get a costlier chappal, no problem. The fellow who got the costlier chappal lost it, how will he feel? So, there is an absolute reality, there is a functional reality. You should know how to relate to both. So, when you relate to the total reality, when you see Ishvara everywhere, you personally do not have any judgmental value about anybody at all, whatever be his status, whoever he might be. Your narrative changes. What is the narrative? You will never call anyone a liar. You will only say he is inclined to lying. Narrative changes. You are no longer judging the person, you are judging the rule. And take appropriate precaution. See, he is Ishvara, so if he is a liar, I will believe him. He is inclined to lying. Therefore, when it comes to a functional relationship with him, I will relate accordingly. Somebody sends you an SMS, okay? Click on this link. You will get an OTP. Send it to me and your money goes. You say, Sarvam Ishwaram. Pagalpan hai. Sarvam Ishwaram. But the other person is inclined to mischief. So deal with his mischief accordingly. There was a story, there was one person who said that everything is Ishvara, everything is Parabrahma, everything is Parabrahma. He was given this knowledge. So then he attended the Swami's class and he was walking on the street. Now a mad elephant was coming on the opposite side. Okay. He said, everything is what do you call, Parabrahma, and he went in front of the elephant. The elephant sent him for a toss. So he woke up 3 days later, all broken and things like that, and the Guru came to see him. So he told the Guru, Swamiji, you only said Sarvam Parabrahmam. Therefore, I approached the Parabrahmam and the Parabrahmam knocked me down. So the Swamiji said, on top of the Parabrahmam elephant, there was another Parabrahmam sitting. And what was that Parabrahmam telling you? Move out of the way. There were so many Parabrahma on the streets. What were they telling you? Move out of the way. So why did you ignore them? This is called, eccentric interpretation of Ishvara everywhere. Ishvara is in every form as consciousness. But when it comes to relationship with the form, you have to change appropriately. You have to make appropriate changes. You may be a rich man in India. You may be the richest man in India. But when you go land in some other country, you have to change the currency to that country's currency for use. I am a wealthy man in India. He says, oh, what? You land in one of these East European countries, they pay in the local currency. Otherwise, what? Otherwise, you have to sit in the airport for the rest of it. So, there is a absolute reality, there is an empirical reality. Intelligence is in what you call in syncing your absolute reality with your functional reality. When you function in the world, you function from the platform of the changeless, but the roles are played according to the score, the scripts. If you are acting as a jailer and you have to hang a patriot, according to the script, you have to play. You can't say, no, ahimsa, I will not do all this. Your script demands you have to do that. It is intelligently interacting in the world. So that's the first line. Second line is even more beautiful. It says, na hinasyatmana atmanam atmana. Okay? This is, you have to be very, very careful. Some of us are exposed to this knowledge. Some of us are not exposed to this knowledge. All of us face challenges in life. What is your inner chat? Forget about the chat on this device. What's your inner chat? What does it tell you? If you are a Vedanta student, if you understand, some people say, I started too late. I am a papi. This will never click. I've done too many papas in my life. This will never click. This won't work. People who are not exposed to this, what will they say? People know such subject is there, but they say, oh, another I am a papi. The fellow who doesn't know these exists, he will also condemn. That means he says, na hinasti. He does not destroy himself. One who has this vision, one who is able to understand, does not destroy himself by himself. Atmanam Atmana Hinasti. Meaning, you will never ever condemn yourself. You know, self condemnation, self loathing are the worst thing that one can do. Self condemnation, self loathing. I'm a useless person. That's the inner dialogue. That's what your inner chatter. Others don't have to say. You have enough and more with yourself. Other has to just look at you, frown at you, and this inner dialogue will come out. All they have to do is to just frown at you, or even give you a sarcastic laugh. You sing and somebody says, hey, you're gone. Your singing is gone for 6. इसको गाना कहते हैं. You're gone. The inner self-loathing person comes out. So, one who has this vision, one who is able to live intelligently, does not ruin himself. Okay? And such a person, tataha yanti param gatim. What is the ultimate purpose of your life? The ultimate purpose, in fact, that's the only purpose, ultimately. That's the purpose of one's life. It is to know that I am not a limited, insignificant being. I am not the inadequate, insignificant, limited being that appears. I am actually the only significant being. That is a matter of knowledge. From Treta Yuga to Kali Yuga, that is the knowledge. It is a matter of knowledge. So these days some people say, in Kali Yuga, bhakti works. Bhakti will give you clarity. Knowledge alone frees you from the sense of limitation. And that is called moksha. And that moksha is the ultimate purpose of life. That purpose of life is referred to here as param gatim. What gati? What is my gati? Paragati. And what is that param gati? Param gati, to know that I don't lack. I am not inadequate. In fact, I am purnam. And for purnam to happen, if you have that sama darshanam, if you are able to see Ishvara everywhere, if you are able to see the changeless Ishvara in the changing, you have space. Objects become objects and stay outside. You have objectivity. You are able to look at life, the 5 P's in your life. It's called Pancha Anatma. My me, my body, my family, my position, my possession. Okay, my people, my position, my possession. These don't enter your system and run your life. You are able to be objective. And when you have objectivity and when you are able to see objects dispassionately, you have inner space. You have inner leisure. In that inner leisure, this self adequacy is discovered, and nothing new comes in. The adequate you, the significant you is discovered, and that is param gatim. That's what Krishna says. We will see what we have to see, another 3-4 verses before we end chapter 30. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय The 15th Friday is Swami Dayanandji's Janma Divas. So the following Monday I will be sharing a small biography of Swamiji along with our session. Have a wonderful day. Jai Shri Krishna. May Ishvara be with you. May you be able to truly see. Passion. May you able to see. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.